Hey everyone, it's Amador, and welcome again to our Sabrina and I's Disney Days of Summer, and this is Magic Monday. And today, I'm super glad, of course, you guys may have seen the previous video of the drama that was going on, how I got my YouTube deleted and everything, but we will move on that. Let's move on to happier, funner things. So today is for Magic Monday. I have been working on this before we even had Sabrina and I decided to do this collab. I've been wanting this for a long time. So let me show you what I did. I have created my own Micky Waffle cut file. So this is where I boo-booed the first time because I did the opposite way. This is the second one. This I did on just some vanilla cream cardstock or whatever, and I just distressed it with a little bit of vintage photo on that. But this is my cut file. Oh my goodness. So backstory. I love Mickey, I love Disney, and I love Micky Waffles. I had the waffles and I went ahead and took a picture of it. I took a picture of it and then I turned that into a cut file. Because I think I looked online and there's maybe 2 people that have a cut file, and I didn't like it because it's all jaggedy, and I wanted to have the cleaner line. So of course you can see that it's a Micky Waffle, but you can use it just also I can use it for just Mickey stuff, you know? It didn't have to be a waffle per se. But I'm going to show you guys a process I will show you guys how I layer this, how I put this together. Now, so now that I have my layers cut out, here is the darker of the bottom layer, and you could definitely just use this as whatever, you know. This is the second layer. We're going to go ahead and adhere that with just some dimensional foam, just to give it a little bit of dimension, and this is that giant roll of 3M foam that I use. I will leave a link in the description if you guys are looking for that. It's tons of foam, trust me, it'll last you for a while. I have the butter layers cut out. How crazy. So let's go ahead and actually just grab a piece of scratch paper, because what we're going to do is a little bit of shading, just to give it a little bit of shading. I'm going to use a Lawn Fawn, ironically, butter. The butter ink, just get a little bit on there. We're going to just go ahead and, with just a little stressing tool, give it a little bit of shading. I was going to use a little bit of vintage photo, as we do for every kind of shading, but my butter looked dirty, and nobody wants a dirty butter. See? So here we are. We're just going to take a little bit of the craft foam, of the 3M mounting foam, just a little bit right there, just to give it a little bit of dimension, just to give it a little bit of separation. And I designed the outwards to look like it's actually the Mickey melting. And you don't have to do the melting part, truth be told, but it just looks super cute. Now, we're going to go ahead and now, just move this over here, get this over here. Now we're going to use the Lawn Fawn Sunflower. And we're just going to go ahead and get some of that. And I just want a little bit of shading around the edges, just to give it kind of a little bit of dimensional look, like when you have your waffle on your waffle iron, or when you get them at the Disney. And you can use a darker shade. I also have, let me see, I like the way that looks, but let's see, I also have, this is more of an orangey. The carrot, I think that might be too much. So, because that's the next one. And you can just go down the canals of the face and just do that. We're going to get a little bit, and you don't have to do it, I don't really necessarily do it heavily on both sides. You just want to have a little bit of variation. As you can see right here, there's some shading, but it's not all completely completely overlapping. And just throw a little bit of shading on the inner parts of the eyeballs. This one is the mouth. You just want to give it a little bit of definition, just, you know, get the edges. Like, I'm not even doing it all the way. Look at that. Super gross. Shoo. Now that we have that, this will layer over. And see, you have the two tones of the golden canary. I have no idea what color you want to say waffles are. Waffle color? I search high and low for paper. Now, let's go ahead and get my ink pads covered. Move that out of the way. And we take the top layer, go ahead and flip it over. Now, since this is such a thin, I did cut the 3M foam in 3 layers, in 3 different ones. It's nice and thin that you can actually just tear it as you go. Let's see, you don't have to do it along the whole part of the face, but I wanted to get a good structuring, and I'm just laying it down and literally ripping it off. You just kind of want to get a good layer to make sure that you have that little piece right there. Have a good layering of it to get it through. Now, the top part is a lot thinner, so what we're going to do is actually cut this last one. Like I said, at first it was in three different sections, and now I'm just going to cut it in the last section in much thinner layers. You just don't want to have the foam sticking out. I'm going to put some of it right along here. I'm literally giving Mickey a foam mustache. That little piece right there. Fell on the floor, of course. Okay. Now I'm going to go around the ear. Since it's so curved, I don't want to cut off like basically 1-inch pieces. I don't want to try to turn it because it might end up being bumpy. And just about little 1-inch pieces. Of course, this is just extra layers that you're going to have to remove, and that's of course the most boring part of the situation. But you get a good, I get a good little, can I learn how to glue this? A good little layering. As you guys can see, this one is a little bit too long. Snip that puppy off, and then we're just going to do that. And the extra little piece right here we'll set aside right now for when we do that layering. Now for the homework. Of course, this one is the most tedious of the things to do, because then you end up with, it's a good thing I have my trash can right next to my desk, and I can just slide this garbage right off. Doesn't want to cooperate. So, like I said, I wanted to have this die for myself because I totally wanted to get it done. It's one of my dreams. I just have to figure out how to actually make them redline SVGs, you know? I think the newer version of Silhouette allows you to do that if you have like the Silhouette 3, but I only have the Silhouette 2. Maybe I'll have like a fundraiser. I'll have a GoFundMe for the new version, or maybe classes. I really need to take classes on how to actually do this. I'm sure they have them online, because I have seen on YouTube they do have certain, like, they show you how to do it like on Cuts a Lot and all these random programs and whatever. See you. Now, I've tried to layer this just like that, but honestly, I think it's easier for me to lay it flat. You want to lay it flat, and then flip your the base image, lay it down, make sure that it is, it coordinates, it layers. And of course, I'm totally failing at this right now. The one time that it actually works is actually when you're not recording, right? So lay it down. Bam! Now you have that layer. So we can go ahead and cut little tiny pieces. What is it, like less than half an inch of the film for the, this one goes on the nose. We just lay it right in there. This one will be for the eyeballs because it is much smaller. Just lay it. And this one I'm gonna have to carve up a little bit. Okay. And we're going to put it, of course, on the back of the cutout. Now this cutout, what size did I do? Hold on, let me just, it is, for this side, it was about 6.5 by 7 1/3. I just pulled it, you know, just stretched the measurement out, but on the height is about 6.5. Here is the mouth. And there we go. Check that out. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Micky Waffle. You can, of course, use, you know, just the outside for a shape, a silhouette, anything you want to throw out there. And then, of course, we're just going to add the Mickey butter just on top. There we go. And, of course, a paper cut of a plate. Now, if I have to show you how to do a circle, I don't know what to tell you. Well, you could just use a basic plate circle or whatnot and have your waffle. So I'm super, super excited. Check it out. So I would love to share this file, but it's not, the way it's saved, it's not an actual SVG cut. You would have to like actually take the image, and I will show you right now how it's done. I'll put it in here. Bloop. So once you've downloaded, imported this into your silhouette, you're going to select the trace window. You're going to then trace over the entire thing. You're going to remove the high pass filter, and then take the resolution all the way to the right and hit trace. You will then end up with the red line version. Yay! But what you still have to do is then select all of the images on the top Mickey with the first layer, and you will just make them a compound path, and then bam, that is the top layer that you will have. The bottom layer is just one piece. The ears, the in parts of the nose and the mouth are right there, and the butter are separate. Here I am just showing you how they would layer over. And basically, I'm just showing you how you would connect them once they're cut out. But that is how you would do it. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys don't mind a little bit of work for a free cut file. Okay, so now that it's all assembled, now that you've seen everything, now that you see how to do it, here's my surprise. I can't sell them, I guess. I don't know. I really don't want to get into it right now, but I wanted to share this. And I hope nobody screws me over, and I hope nobody takes this file and then sells it online or something like that. So for my subbies, for you guys, here's what we're going to do. I just go ahead and leave your email in the comments. You know, tell me that yes, I would like this, and I'm going to email it to you. And then you would just follow the instructions. So you have the two options. There are the two options of, you can, if you don't have a Cameo, like I showed you guys how you would import it, and that's why I was showing you guys how to do that. You would import it into your silhouette, do the trace window, and yeah, well, you can use it in your silhouette. If you do not have the, let me pull it up here because I'm just losing my mind. If you do not have a cutting machine, but you still wanted to do this, you'll get both of the files. If I can get it to select, hello, you will get both of the files. But if you do not have a cutting machine, you can print this. This will come up the PDF form in 8.5 by 11. You will print this on the back of whatever paper you want to use, and then cut it out, whether you wanted to use scissors or an X-Acto, a craft knife, whatever you wanted to use, you're able to use that. So whether or not you have a cutting machine, you are able to use this. Of course, you may have to learn it a little bit if you don't want to do all the little itty bitty cutting, because let me tell you, I would not want to cut this. by hand, I would lose my mind. I would lose my chill altogether. So yeah, so for my subbies, for our Disney fans here, for all of our you guys that are following us on this Disney Days of Summer, I'm going to share this file with you. Just go ahead and leave your email and just let me know if you do want it. And that's why I waited for the end of this to put it. I didn't want to put it at the beginning of the video. So if you actually sat here and watched all of my tomfoolery, you actually are going to get to this file. So like I said, if you guys do use this in your project, if you guys use this in your projects or anything, please tag me, hashtag AmadorEros, AMADOREROS. If you guys do show this file, please show where you got it, and whoever puts their email down here, I will email it to them. I will email both of those PDFs, and you just have to follow the directions of either printing it out and cutting it by hand, or follow the directions so you can use it on your silhouette. I don't know if it works on the Cricut. I no longer use the Cricut, really. I don't use the craft room, even though I still have an old Cricut. But yes, you guys, bam! I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys think it's a cool idea. If one day I learn how to actually make files, then I will charge for them. I will put them on my Etsy or something like that. But I wanted to share something with you guys. I'm so super giddy to have my YouTube channel back. And I wanted to give back a little bit and share with you guys. So if you guys do, like I said, and this will only be at the end of the video, so it's not going to be in the description or anything. If you guys do use it, please hashtag me when you're Instagram, Facebooks, or anything like that. AMADOREROS, hashtag AmadorEros, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, because hopefully it'll give me encouragement to actually learn how to do this correctly. So again, thank you guys for stopping by. Check out Sabrina's channel for all of her Fantasmic Friday videos. Hope you guys like this. Totally wanted to share this. I'm super excited about it. Hopefully it works out for you guys, because if not, I totally ruined it. All right, so thank you guys for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.